My future bleak with emotions I'm renouncing. They say I got what it takes. Learning from my mistakes. Through decisions I made. Swear I'm hungry for cake. My heart black and my mind gone and my soul cries, but I don't. I start spans to get too blow to get so high. Switch time.
What's happening? What it do? We back for another week. Family and Fair Sports Talk. And right now, Dre is dealing with some technical difficulties, so he gonna jump in and join us shortly. But in the meantime, in between time, we can go and get started. We had some new news about the Houston Rockets.
Oh yeah.
And since the hater ain't here, it'll be a good time for us to. So Deron, give me your thoughts, man. Russell Westbrook gets traded to Washington for John Wall in the first round pick. So what's your thoughts?
Well, I think the best player went to Washington, but the Waller would be a better fit here if he could be healthy. Like you said once before, he's not the shooter, but Westbrook wasn't a shooter as well. So, it's not like y'all was trading one for the other. And hopefully he can come in here and, kind of bring some balance, to your squad. But who's the better player? And, that's why y'all did get a first round pick with it, even though I don't think y'all will do anything with it, except, use it as another piece. But I think it's a good. Y'all made a move because y'all had to make a move. Y'all putting the pressure on Harden and say, hey, we doing everything we can, to keep you here. We brought in Boogie. Now we got Wall. So I think it was a good move for him. I wish. I don't say I wish it ain't my squad, but just for the sake of, I never gave.
Remember what you just said when you try to jump back on our bandwagon. Because over the last couple of years, when your man was bad, you try to jump on the Rockets bandwagon. This is my squad.
Look here.
That you don't reach because it ain't your squad. So remember this, homeboy, because it's now being recorded, and I will play this for you again. But go ahead and finish your point.
Yeah, well, Luca's here, so there's no need. I got a young guy that's gonna be here for years.
Well, you
so ain't no need.
Coming from
hey, you know what I'm saying? I didn't believe in the white hope, but the white hope didn't got me. You know what I'm saying? He gave me some hope. So, but I just thought y'all didn't give it enough time, man. It's gonna take some time when you got two ball dominant players like Westbrook and Harden to finally fit together and get them to buy in to make the sacrifices or even to see what Silas could have did with it. So if I was a Rocket fan, I'd be scared because Wall ain't played in 2 years. I know he is a talent, but it would have been hard for me to just let somebody that just won the MVP 2-3 years ago, and then average triple doubles for the last 2 years, 3 years, to let him go for a maybe. It reminds me, no, it's not that drastic. So let me not say that, but it does remind me a little bit of Hopkins for David Johnson, somebody that was hurt, that was a talent. I just said. I said not quite, because
not close.
David Johnson was a talent.
Who do you think you is?
Before he got hurt.
No.
Let me say this. David Johnson was a talent before he got hurt, and we kind of didn't know if he could come back to be something. Now Wall is higher than David Johnson is, but that question of can he come back and be something that he was once before? Hopkins, it was proven.
Hopkins Hopkins is one of the top 3 wide receivers, top 4 wide receivers in football.
Westbrook. He's an all-pro.
A top 5 point guard, much less a top 5 player. He's not a top 5 point guard in the NBA.
Yes, he is.
Oh my God, are you
Well,
serious?
name the five point guards over here.
Steph Curry.
Okay.
Kyrie Irving.
West.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Maybe.
Chris,
Okay. I'll give it to you. You can have it. Go ahead.
Chris Paul.
I'm gonna try to give you that. I'm gonna try to give you that one too. Go ahead, that one.
He proved it last year in the playoffs that he was better. Why you think everybody clowning us?
His numbers,
Bruh,
okay.
Bruh.
Give me two more. Oh,
Dame Dollar?
Dame Dollar, I give you that one.
Okay.
So,
James Harden.
who?
James Harden.
He two. He been going to the thing for two.
He's been playing for the last 5 years.
The other ones I kind of gave to you. Come on, man.
I don't know why you hate it. Man, all of them are better than Westbrook. And you know, real talk, like if you didn't try to make that comparison, you would agree with me. All of them are better than Westbrook.
Well, okay, I was gonna ask Tony, but he said he don't watch basketball. I'm like, come on, Tony. Would you Westbrook average triple double last season, MVP candidate, all NBA player that Chris Paul wasn't, but I can see because Chris Paul did have a good playoffs. He had a good playoffs, but his numbers are not on Westbrook level. And you hate on Westbrook for some reason, bro.
It ain't just about numbers. It's about impact.
Yeah, Westbrook.
And so Chris Paul took a depleted Oklahoma City team that was supposed to be a lottery team. Nobody thought when he got traded to Oklahoma that they was going to be the playoff team. Not only was they a playoff team, they was a top 5 seed in the Western Conference, and they took Houston to 7 games. Stop the madness.
Okay, let me put it this way then. If I gave you that year, for the next 3 years, Westbrook is going to be up there against those guys that you're saying, except for Dame Dollar and the first one. What was the first one you gave me? Steph Curry. Those two.
What about Kyrie?
Right. Man, what Kyrie done? Kyrie can't even, without anybody, Kyrie couldn't. The Celtics went further without Kyrie than with them. And now he's a talent.
So now you're talking about.
I'm not trying to say he's not a talent.
We're not talking about player versus player. Because right now, if you had to choose between Kyrie and Westbrook, who you picking? Okay.
Westbrook.
Quit lying. Don't sit up there. Do not
That's
sit up
crazy, man.
You know
that's crazy.
We're not taking Westbrook over Kyrie right now.
Why are you hating on Westbrook? I don't get it.
I didn't say he wasn't a top 50 point guard. I said he ain't top 5. I'm not hating on him. But don't tell me you taking Westbrook, who can't shoot. Hold on. Let me get to my you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna add that in. So my whole thing with the trade Westbrook for Wild, you say, well, to prove that Westbrook is the better player because they sent over first round pick to Houston, with Wild. So that's that's the proof. I don't agree with that. I don't agree that that's the proof. I think that the first round pick was something because he hadn't played basketball in 2 years. He's saying, look, if you're sending us somebody who's coming off of a major injury, who haven't played in 2 years, you're gonna have to throw in something a little bit extra. You know what I'm saying? We're giving you a player that's completely healthy. So that's why they throw in the first round pick. Now, do I think Westbrook is better than John Wall, player for player? Yes. Do I think Wall is a better fit next to Harden on the Rockets than Westbrook? Yes.
Yes.
And the reason why I say that is because neither one of them are great shooters, right? But John Wall, as a catch and shoot player, hit 40% of his threes. Like Westbrook is shooting 20-something, was shooting 26, 25% from three last year on catch and shoot. John Wall is also a better decision maker than Westbrook. John Wall also plays under more control than Westbrook. John Wall is a better defender, man to man, a defender than Westbrook is. So for this particular team, and he's still a big guard. He a 6'4" point guard. He's a pass first point guard. Like the dude is average for his career, 9.5 assists. John Wall.
Good, better passer, yeah. Well, not better passer, because Westbrook averaged 10.
I think he's a better passer for a flow of the offense point guard.
I'm with that.
Westbrook got all of his assists off dump offs on him driving to the lane, dumping off to the big man. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's how he got 90% of his assists. John Wall, like I say, flow of the offense, finding that shooter in the corner while you at the top of the key. You know what I'm saying? Coming off the pick and roll and finding that dude, on the wing where his man that sagged off a little bit trying to dig the ball out. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. So that's the type of point guard John Wall is. And that's why I think this particular team and this offense, he's a better fit than Westbrook. So when we talking about point guard, and that's why I say it's cap that you say you would take Westbrook right now over Kyrie.
Well, because Kyrie, it's there. It's not. It's an argument.
Let me finish, and I'm gonna let you respond. Kyrie doesn't have the explosiveness of Westbrook, but a shooter, a scorer, get his own shot. You know what I'm saying? Run the pick and roll just as well. Like in today's NBA, your point guard cannot be a liability to the team on the offensive end. And what was shown in the playoffs against the Lakers was that Westbrook was a liability. He could not shoot. The Lakers was leaving him wide open, daring him, begging him to shoot the ball, and he could not convert. He could not get buckets. Those are the type of things that no team in the NBA is going to do to Kyrie. They not going to do to Chris Paul. They not going to do to Steph Curry. They not going to do to Dame Dollar. You know what I'm saying? And so many other point guards in this league, they not going to do that to them because they're going to make them pay. And so for this team, at this moment, everything that could have happened to the Rockets was Russell Westbrook saying, I want to be out of here. I want to get up out of here. Trade me away. That's the best thing could have happened.
Well, personality-wise and handling a guy like Westbrook, I can see what you're saying that, yes, Kyrie is and Kyrie is not no easy, guy to deal with as well. But Westbrook is dynamic. Westbrook he can be a number one type of guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Kyrie is a number one type of guy. I think he's a really, really good number two type of guy. And we see that now. Westbrook is coming off a third-team All-NBA squad this year. Pre-bubble, he averaged 30 points, 8 rebounds, and 7 assists. That's, you know what I'm saying? And I know you say it's not all about numbers. I get that. You're right. Westbrook does. He's a stat chaser, and he has to dominate the ball to do it. I get that. I get it. But to say he's not a top 5 point guard in this league, and the guys you naming, Chris Paul, and they are not better than Westbrook. They are better teammates than Westbrook, but they are not. He's not better than what Westbrook is. But like I said, just like you said, you're right. Westbrook was the better player, but the Wall would be a better fit for y'all's team if he comes back and he is the player that he was before. If he's not, then it's you scratch your head because I never gave the opportunity. I know he was upset, but like I put in the post before, Kobe was upset. Kobe wanted to leave. Kobe's like, "Get me out of here. Get me to Chicago." And they said, "No, hold it down. Roll with us. Let's see how this works out." And what they do, they go back and they win back-to-back championships.
Okay, but Westbrook done had his own team in OKC for a number of years. He had Oladipo. He had Paul George. You know what I'm saying? He had the team where he was by himself, and they could not get out the first round of the playoffs. So he can put up all of those numbers and average those triple doubles, but his team could not get out the first round of the playoffs. Why? Bad decision making, bad shot selection, could not hit open shots. Like all of those things matter. And so the players that I named are guys who can do those things. They don't make bad decisions, in the clutch. They don't take bad shots, and they are able to hit open shots, along with getting their teammates involved, not just drop off assists, to the big man at the rim. So, look, I'm not saying that when I say that he's not a top 5 point guard. I'm not talking about one-on-one at the park or in the gym, him versus another player. This is all in the context of a team structure. And in a team structure, there's no way that Russell Westbrook is a top 5 point guard in the NBA right now. I mean, bro, and then that I could think of. Like right now, my brain is frozen. Well, I can't think. Well,
no, it's not.
Yes, it is, because I can't think of all of the point guards in the West. It's just like they said, John Wall comes to the Western Conference, and there's no way that he's going to make an all-star team. Like, no matter how well he plays, he's not going to be an all-star. I can't think of all the point guards in the West that's keeping John Wall from being an all-star if he's healthy for the whole first half of the season.
But Westbrook would be.
Can I jump in?
Go ahead, man.
I just want to, this is all I want to say. Westbrook as point guard took KC to the finals. As a point guard, he took them on Golden State and from taking them to the finals, 2 years ago? 3 years ago. All those guys he named, none of them took a team to the finals. And this man averaged a triple-double.
He's an MVP.
And an MVP. Oh, here's the wrong. Durant was MVP when he was on the team. And like I told Antoine a couple days ago, Paul George was third and averaged 28.5 just last year. So, to me, it's to say this man is not capable of leading a team as a point guard. I don't get it. It ain't like this boy is winning scoring titles.
I know he led the league in assists. And if he didn't lead that 1 year, another year he was third. You know what I'm saying? Not only was he third, but he was the top rated rebounding point guard and top 5 in he was top 7 in scoring. I don't understand, man. And I know he's the type of guy. He's a lightning rod. He's a guy that's not good in the locker room. He's a guy that looks bad to the media. You know what I'm saying? But he still is a performer. And if you want to just go off of last year, he wasn't even 100%, but he's out there trying to get what he got. I don't understand why y'all would not give this thing a chance when you got this. And like I said with Kobe wanted to leave. You got to put your big boy pants on and say, hey, we're not doing it, and put them on the court and let them try to perform.
Everybody want to bring up about when Kobe demanded that trade. Same with Akeem Olajuwon. You know what the difference was? The Lakers got Phil Jackson back on that team, the coach. And that's what convinced Kobe not to demand that trade. You know what I'm saying? Phil Jackson, we don't got no Phil Jackson on our team to bring things together. That's what kept Kobe from leaving with the field. Akeem Olajuwon, it was the move with Rudy T. So it's a different dynamic.
Yeah, but see, even with Rudy T, didn't nobody know Rudy T was gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Just you don't know what Silas is gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You came in with a brand new start. I understand he was frustrated with the year before how he was used. Nobody knew how he was gonna be used. Like I said, if Wall comes back healthy, it is a better fit. It does. Mute yourself, Ant. If Wall comes back healthy, you know what I'm saying, it could work out because he could be a better fit. But man, it would have been hard for me to just let go of a talent of Westbrook.
I'm not mad at the trade. Like you said, I think it's a better fit. I'm just not going to point the finger at Westbrook and say it was his fault that it didn't work. Now that I'm not going to do.
I'm gonna say this. About Westbrook.
I don't think the system wasn't fit for both of them to work together. The system is ISO ball, is one-on-one, and that's not conducive for Westbrook to do what he do. You asking him to adapt to a Harden style offense.
Well, I would have said. Let me just say this. I think it would have fit if because you can go back and forth because Westbrook thrives in the ISO offense when it's all about him. Harden thrives on the ISO about him as well. They both can get to the basket anytime they want, and they both are willing to dish off to the open shooter. But what makes them so great is that they need shooters and lob, rollers around them. Them two don't fit together great, but the system is set up for them, for their type of player. They just need to learn how to switch and do it back and forth, whatever. But, it's just they never gave it a chance. They never tried to sell them on it. Just give us a chance to try to make this work. It's hard enough to go through 1 year, and in a year that he wasn't even healthy all the way through. I just felt y'all never gave it a chance. I did say this to Ant, and like I said, it's not completely how it is, but I think it is relevant on the Hopkins versus David Johnson's trade. You got a guy that's coming off injury, that's been hurt, and you're hoping that he can perform in the way he did before. I know it didn't work in the Houston situation, and you're hoping it works in the Rockets situation. But to me, you're giving a better, accomplished, proven, ready player than you are to this guy that you're hoping. David Johnson is a little bit more on the older side than what Wall is, but Wall is not a young puppy.
Well, all I'm gonna say, I'll end it like this. I just don't want people to say, well, look, Wall and Harden was able to work and it's flowing good and this, and blame it on Westbrook when, to me, if, like you say, Duran, if Westbrook was with Silas and he actually has a system that can bring in and take advantage of both of their talents and mesh it together instead of trying to force one to play it like the other, then no telling how it would have turned out. But Wall had that chance. Wall was with Silas was with Harden, and the system might actually make both of them gel together. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I just don't want people to say, well, see, look, it worked, and Westbrook was the reason why. Well, shit, Westbrook could have worked too. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't want to cuss. Westbrook could have worked too if he had a chance with Dallas, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but I always thought this. Let me just say this. I always thought this. The reason why I thought it could work, even in D'Antoni's system, is that if you get these guys off the ball to get the ball in a situation that they are one-on-one, that they can take them to the rack, that it's not already, the defense is not already set up. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, let's set up the ISO play on the wing, but let Harden or Westbrook get the ball where they're getting the ball and they're putting the defense in a bad situation, and then let's run the offense that way. There's ways that you could do it, but they're both so talented, man. Harden and Westbrook to not to get to find a way to make that talent work. Man, that's just hard to be like y'all gave away an opportunity when we didn't even see the fullness that it could have been. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Like
So
I
y'all,
said, the boy was averaging 38 and 7 for the Houston Rockets right before the bubble.
no, he was not. No, he was not. Stop saying that, bro. No, he wasn't averaging 38 and 7 before the bubble. No, he wasn't. Because
He
started out the season real slow, real bad. It was January or February when he had that month and a half where he turned it on, and then the bubble came. And then once the bubble came, he came in with COVID. Then after he got back from COVID, then he had the quad injury. And he came back in the middle of the OKC series. So he ended up the season averaging 27, 8 and 7. But at no point last year was he averaging 30, 37, 8 and 7 before the bubble.
Okay,
No.
so I said 38 and 7. You said 27, 8 and 7. So you let me. I was reading something. That's what they
but
said.
let me say,
Go ahead.
When somebody say that Westbrook took OKC to the finals, it's hard for me to have a serious conversation with that person because nobody is going to say that when you got Kevin Durant on the team, who was the best player on the team, you had James Harden coming off the bench, you had Serge Ibaka on the team, that Westbrook is the player that took them to the final. Like, I can't have a conversation. I can't have a real conversation with such a person when talking about the Rockets or Russell Westbrook or anything else. As far as this thing about, oh, well, if it works out this year, then I don't want people to say, oh, well, it's because of Westbrook because he ain't had the system of Silas. Well, Westbrook is the one who, after Silas was hired, was the first one to come out and say he wanted to be traded.
Yeah, he did.
So you can't sit up and demand a trade and then get to hide behind the excuse, oh, well, I ain't get to play with somebody who had a system. You had the coach who got a system that you knew was coming into the team, and you said you didn't want to be a part of it. So it is what it is at the end of the day, and what you did in Houston is what you did in Houston.
I'm not saying he's going to say that.
Hold up. He gets to Washington, and I think his agent or somebody say, oh, well, he wanted to leave because he felt like he was escaping in the series, in the playoffs. He thought he was being a scapegoat for what happened to the Rockets in the playoffs. There's three reasons I believe that the Rockets fell on their face and looked like complete and utter trash in the playoffs. One is Mike D'Antoni. Two is Daniel House and what he did. And three is Russell Westbrook. Period. Point blank. That dude played like trash in the playoffs, from the OKC series to the Lakers series. He tossed them games down the stretch with bad decision-making, turnovers, bad shots, not making shots when they leaving you wide open. You know you can't shoot the three. That month and a half that he was averaging 30 in January, February, the reason why is because he stopped shooting threes. He was in straight up attack mode, going to the basket. And by the way, they had to get rid of Clint Capella, where he'll be matched up against other centers. But once you play the Lakers and they able to put Anthony Davis out there as they center, well, then you ain't gonna have as much success of trying to take him off the dribble and get to the rim and finish like you would a slow-footed center, a traditional center. So again, I'm not bashing Westbrook or nothing like that. But I'm happy that he wanted to get out of Houston. I'm happy he demanded a trade. I'm happy that the Rockets accommodated and got him up out of here. I do believe that John Wall, again, if he is able to be healthy and come back, he don't even got to be all the way what he was, even though he's saying now that for the last 6 or 7 years that he was in the last 6 or 7 years that he was in Washington, that he was playing basically on one leg. He was playing injured. And so over the last couple of years, he's been able to get completely healthy and get everything fixed. So if he's able to be close to what he was, he's a better fit on this team than what Westbrook was going to be, simply because decision making, shot selection, catch and shoot ability, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that, like I said, as a in the flow of an offense point guard, Westbrook is not as good as John Wall at that particular thing. Wall ain't as athletic as Westbrook or nothing. I'm not saying that. But as far as sitting shooter and that type of thing, John Wall's better. And he's a better defender. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'll
So same thing.
When Scotty Brooks is the coach, and people forgot Bradley Beal was the second leading scorer in basketball last year behind Harden. I'm willing to bet. I'm very intrigued to see how both of them will mesh better than Harden and Westbrook. I'm willing to bet Scotty Brooks is going to have Westbrook and Beal mesh together better than Westbrook and Harden with Mike D'Antoni. And Beal averaged 30-some points. And I guarantee you, he's going to still average 30-some points.
He averaged 30. I don't even think he was the second leading scorer last year.
I saw it. It was on ESPN when they was talking about it when Bradley Beal had an interview that, he's a true shooting guard and Westbrook's a true point guard. Bradley Beal was second leading in scoring.
All right, man. It's enough for the Rockets, man. We didn't.
I'm trying to see this over my brother, man. He been trying to get back in. I seen him come in.
Come out.
They look like
he on here now.
I'm on here, man, but my iPad keep kicking me out, so I'm gonna switch to my phone.
He's switching to his phone.
Okay.
But we good on the Rockets, man.
All right. So let's go ahead and get to these games this week. Ron, you got the records.
Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna try to just do wins, man. So, once again, I had the best week with 8 wins. 9 wins because the Kansas City just went through, and had the second best week with 8 wins. And Dre and Tony had the same with 7 wins. And we still got 3
Let me
games,
check this out. Let me see.
3 games tomorrow. So we got 1. No, we got 2 on Monday. Hold on. How does this work out? We got Pittsburgh. When Pittsburgh play?
Tuesday. You got 1 on Monday night, 1 on Tuesday.
No, it's 2 on Monday night.
Monday night.
Right. 2 on Monday night and 1.
Right.
And
so
1 on
really,
Tuesday.
Everybody got Baltimore but Tony. But everybody got Buffalo except for Ants.
No. I switched earlier, remember?
Oh, okay. You're right. Which I said you would do. But
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I ain't say you would switch. No, you're right. You're not. I'm thinking about another game. My bad.
Yeah. Chill out, John.
My bad.
Bang, nigga. He switched up. All right, man. Let's go and get to these games. So first up, we got New Orleans, Atlanta. Atlanta came just short, man. I thought they was gonna pull that thing out at the end, man. Thought them boys was gonna come through for me, man. But they came up short. New Orleans was able to pull it out. Taysom Hill played out his mind. You know what I'm saying? He played this. I know this got to be the best game that he done played so far. You know what I'm saying?
The first time he threw an actual touchdown pass in a game. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's growing. You know, so.
It's what I thought.
What's up?
No, Jay was talking.
He said
I was just saying. I was saying what I expected. You know, a division game, hard fought, but I knew New Orleans was gonna win it.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I was at with it. I don't really have much faith in Atlanta. They too up and down for me. So, yeah.
That was right there, but it's crazy because for the last 2 years I didn't pick New Orleans as my NFC team, and I'm starting to slip off of them. They still quietly one of the best teams in the NFC.
All right, next we had Detroit and Chicago.
Why did I not stick with my squad, man?
Both of them been your squads, man. You've been trying to have both of them. Man, y'all better watch out for them Bears, man. Hey, man, y'all better pay attention to Detroit, man. You've been straddling the fence, you know. So you had to flip the coin on that one, man.
Because Mitch Trubisky is in there, I should have just stayed.
That's why we
the team. It was Mitch. I knew it. I should have known it. You know what I'm saying? That he just couldn't make enough plays, you know. But yeah, I was upset about that watching that game because I kind of want to roll with Detroit, man. I do. I want, especially on games against teams that are unproven. But hey, they did their thing. Dre was the only one willing to make that pick.
What pick?
No, I'm sorry. Dre and
everybody, all of us went with Detroit, but you.
What? You're right. Tony did too. God, dog.
Yes, sir. I changed mine. I was gonna go with the Bears, and then I thought about it. Mr. Trubisky. Nope.
I'm sorry, Lions. I'm sorry.
Rolling with the Lions.
I apologize.
Much as I didn't want to roll with the Lions, but Mr. Trubisky was in there. I'm like, nope, I'm going with the Lions.
Yep.
That's crazy.
So the next game we had was Cleveland, Tennessee.
That surprised me, man. Hey. I watched some of that game.
Where'd Dre go?
Say, man, the play action from Mayfield, the boy, he's either you love him or hate him. And this was a game that you could have loved Mayfield if you watched him play. The boy was throwing dimes. Well, I got to give it to the offensive coordinator because there was some plays the guys were just wide open, but it was really because of the play action. But Mayfield, he earned a little something with me today.
Who that? I'm sorry, I'm just coming in.
There was a maturation level with Mayfield today. And I'm going to make sure I point this out because I was made to look like I was crazy back in the beginning when I started jumping on, and I told y'all Cleveland was on the bubble. Nobody wanted to believe me. When I said Cleveland was on the bubble, they thought I was crazy, and I didn't know what I was talking about. And what is you saying? Come on, for real, Tony? Yeah, I told y'all they on the bubble. What they now? 9-3. Pittsburgh better look out because Pittsburgh been skating by here and there. Pittsburgh better look out.
They ain't playing nobody.
Let me tell y'all. Baltimore ain't looking too good. Lamar Jackson ain't able to throw that ball. He didn't regress instead of progress. Mayfield is starting to progress. There's a maturation level he had today against a very good Titans team. Now, their defense is not the best. Don't get me wrong. They're not, top 5, I don't believe. But that boy made it, man.
But
best
Garrett,
game he's played his
Garrett
whole career.
Garrett is a problem. I watched that boy. He's an actual problem. Now, I saw a stat when I was watching him play. He's the only person in the last 3 years to get 10 plus more sacks in a year. That boy is a problem. You know what I'm saying? And that's they anchor on their defense. That boy Garrett, Myles Garrett.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he saved a couple games for them this year single-handedly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, all right. So next game is Cincinnati, Miami. I think we all kind of knew that with Burrow getting hurt.
Yeah, we all picked that.
We're gonna pan out that way. Jacksonville, Minnesota, we kind of knew, even though it was closer than we probably anticipated.
Yeah, and they almost pulled it out. I picked them as an upset pick. I come very close.
Yeah.
All year I've been coming very close on some upset picks to win those.
It'd be a play away.
Exactly, bro. It don't be a blowout. I'll be very close. They barely lose those games, and they come very close to winning that game, man. It hurt my heart. It's messing up my record, so I'm gonna have to use.
I got you down for Miami.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah. He picked the Jags.
Yeah, he picked the Jags.
I picked the Jags on that. We moved on, bro.
Yeah, I'm writing down these results.
He's checking me.
Las Vegas and the Jets. Again, another game we anticipated, but the Jets made it closer than any of us could have imagined.
Man, go ahead. I'm sorry, Deron.
Go ahead, Dre. No, go ahead, Dre.
No, I was wondering, do y'all honestly believe, if y'all watched that play, do y'all believe the Jets did purposely put that coverage in and let that happen?
Yes, I do. I think that they purposely think that he was going to throw that way, but I think they left their corners on the island. If you watch that play, and all it took was a double move, I think they left their guys on the corner on the island for, just like, hey, we don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, they could have let them get that win, man. That one win wasn't gonna mess up their number one draft spot right now.
Right,
that's true.
Right. And see, my thing is, I don't think that they was trying to blow it. I think as a defensive coordinator, that they get caught up sometime and be like, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to give them too much time. I want to rush them. I want to, you know what I'm saying? And they got burnt for it. Look, I'm not no defensive coordinator, but I play one on Madden. And I didn't have a couple of questionable calls on defense. Well, I was like, man, why did I call that? You know what I'm saying? Like leaving my man exposed like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think that they did it trying to throw the game or get a game up. I just felt that at that moment, you in the thick of it. Wasn't it like 5 seconds left?
Yeah, man.
So you figuring if I bring the blitz, he finna have to get rid of this ball quick. You know what I'm saying? And so all you doing is expecting that your defensive cornerback to stay on top of the wide receiver, for anything deep. But you really expecting it to be something short, something quick. You know what I'm saying? A little quick throw and play press coverage and try and contest the catch. You ain't expecting them to take you over the top, you know what I'm saying, like that.
But 5 seconds left, you gotta go prevent, man. That's anybody. You don't understand 30 seconds.
I ain't never heard of no guy put no press on it's a long pass. 5 seconds. Everybody backs up.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm thinking if you lose, Jacksonville only got one win.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
but still, I think
quarterback. They need Trevor Lawrence.
It wouldn't have changed their draft spot, though. I don't think Jacksonville would have moved to number one because of it. And I'm not sure Jacksonville is looking for another quarterback. They need some help on their offensive line. They got a good running back. They need some defensive help. They need some O-line help. Maybe even some wide receiver help, or another offensive coordinator, because I really don't think he's using his talent the way he should. But
yeah, but they already got a third-string quarterback, so I know they're gonna draft one.
Come on, you got to get you one win though. You don't want to go as the 0-16 team like the Browns. You don't want to join that club. You got to get you one win.
Yeah,
but I thought this was gonna be it, man.
Can. Yeah, it looked like, but man, and I'm not just saying it because of fantasy, but that boy Waller is.
Oh yeah.
I watched him. I was like, man, he played the receiver and he did a move and he, stiff armed the guy for a touchdown, for like a 40-yard touchdown. I didn't think it was the truth, you know what I'm saying? But now I'm like, all right, this boy can play as long as he can stay out of I guess the issue that he's dealing with drugs issue and all that. This boy, all right. This boy ready.
Man, they need to get away from MVPs only being quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Because you got 2 running backs, and that boy Waller, I don't care what nobody says, Waller, and maybe even Kelsey deserve to be in the
Kelsey's
MVP running, man. You know what I'm saying? They deserve to be in the conversation, in my opinion.
DK?
Especially Waller.
DK too?
Yeah, DK.
Been balling this year.
He's been balling, although they didn't do nothing this year. Now, while we own it, who agreed with me that Russell Wilson is gone? It's over with for him. MVP.
Yeah.
MVP's conversation is done.
Yeah, it's a one-man race.
I took him about the MVP conversation a while ago.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure, because I did too, but I hadn't brought it up. I want to make sure we was on the same page, because you lost to the Giants. Yeah, they doing good, but they ain't even had their starting quarterback. You couldn't put no points on the board.
I do want to say something about that.
Let's get to that game. Is that the next game?
No, that ain't.
Let's go ahead and talk about that game then, since we on. Can we do that? You all right with that?
Yeah, New York Giants and Seattle.
All right. What you gonna say?
I want to give props to Jason Garrett. You know what I'm saying? It's actually Cowboys fans.
Hey, bruh, fam.
I do want to say, I want to give props to that man and say, you know what I'm saying, that he was not the problem.
Hey, you know what?
Can we get it in? Can we get it in, please? You know what I'm saying? Can we get it in?
Proud grandpa, you know what I'm saying?
Can we get it in?
No, you know that don't mean he wasn't supposed to be gone.
You know what I'm saying? You're right, Tony.
I want to say this. Hold on, let me say one thing, and I'm gonna turn it over to you, Deron, so you can get your thing out. It took 11, 12 years for Jason Garrett to finally get some credit from a Cowboy.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
I want to say this. I did say in the very beginning that Jason Garrett is very good to take a team that underperforms and getting them ready. And this man has done that. Now, I don't want to take all the credit, just give it to him, because he is not the head coach. He is the offensive coordinator. But if you look at that offense does what it's supposed to do. It's really that defense that's really good. So I can't give it all to Garrett. But I do want to say, because of the performance of my team and then watching him as an offensive coordinator, and say that Garrett, I give him credit for what he did here and also what he's doing for the Giants. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I look down on the dude, but he does his job well. That's it. I'm done.
No, hold on. Let's clarify that though, D. He does his job well as an offensive coordinator. Have always done it. I've always given him credit
even
for offensive coordinator. He's always done that. Head coaching is his problem. He was not great at head coaching. He was good. He was decent. Don't get me wrong. He was average. Let's put it that way. He's an average head coach. He's a really good offensive coordinator. So I'm not really surprised.
I'll say this though, Tony. I do believe if he was a head coach here, we'll be in a better situation as far as could winning the division. Not saying that he would have done great, like he would have been killing the division, because all you need is 5 wins, and he could be around there. But I think I would have gave him either a win more than what we have now.
I don't know if I do that. I don't know if I do that, because, offense hasn't necessarily been the problem. He hasn't been great without the starting quarterback. You look at all the times when Tony Romo was gone, we suffered tragically, just like we're doing now, with backup quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? So he does not do great without his starting quarterback in the lineup. At least he didn't in Dallas. Let's put it that way.
I know you other fans. I know y'all over here, Dre yawning and he always scratches his head. I don't want to get too deep, but I will say this, that Jason Garrett wanted to control this offense and Jerry Jones wouldn't let him. And he let Kellen Moore take over this thing. I think if Jason Garrett was more than we would have been, especially with him get CD and Lamb, et cetera, et cetera, I do think give him an extra win or two. you can't take away the Jerry Jones factor onto Jason Garrett and him not basically focusing on the offense and being the guy, even though he has input. We all watched the whatever show when it was all the Cowboys. He had a lot of input and he was in the thing. But
this is supposed to be Giants Seattle.
Right.
Garrett's
He's a Giants coach. He's a coach.
Man,
He's a Giants coach. He's a Giants coach. Let me say this one last thing.
All right.
The reason why that was taken from him, D, is because he had bad clock management as the offensive coordinator and head coach. That's why they took it from him. You know what I'm saying? He's great at calling plays, don't get me wrong, but he was not good at multitasking as a head coach and an offensive coordinator. Sure. And he made way too many bad calls offensively while trying to be the head coach. And he was putting his defense in bad positions. That's why Jerry Jones took it from him and gave it to Kellen Moore. But if that's his if OC is his only job, offensive coordinator is his only job, dude is great. I'd love to have him as an OC, just not as the head coach.
If you watch the game,
okay, Dre, do you got anything on the Giants? Yeah.
No, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all for the first time, man. I didn't even see the game. I didn't know the Giants even won. I just skipped that whole thing. So I don't got nothing on it. I'm shocked to hear that the Giants won.
Yeah. Okay, well look.
I'm not really.
I text the run. I think right after this game.
Yeah. Let me say this. I gotta give props to Ant. Ant would have had this win. He put a stipulation on it that the only way that he wanted to go with this win is if Daniel Jones played, and he didn't. McCoy did play, but I told him in the text. I said, "Yeah, folks, that would have been a great pick." You know what I'm saying? Because I am winning by a couple games, I do want to make some picks like that. That would have been a pick. Just like Tony had a couple picks, like you said, that just didn't follow through because a player or two there. That would have been the pick of the week, and I would like to have a pick of the week that it was close on. He just didn't stick with his, what would I say, his conviction. You know what I'm saying?
His first mind.
His first mind, because he said on here that the Giants was there, but he just felt like Daniel Jones needed to play. And that was the case. The Giants still
my thing was, I didn't even know who the backup quarterback for the Giants was.
Me either.
That was my thing. And so I didn't know that it was Colt McCoy. Not that it would have really changed much. But like I had been saying, the Giants have been the most consistent. They have been playing the best football of anybody in that division. That's why a few weeks ago I said they are going to win the NFC East.
I said the same thing.
They have been playing extremely well, considering everything that's going on with that team. No Saquon Barkley, Sterling Shepard was out, you know what I'm saying? So they have been playing consistently well. I've been said that Seattle was a football team. In my estimation, they had a really good offense. Their defense was bad. And now their offense then came back to the pack. So it ain't like it was the first 3-4 weeks when Russell was, throwing 4-5 touchdowns, you know what I'm saying? They done came all the way back to the pack. That offense looking shaky. Defense didn't improve some, but it ain't world beaters. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no championship defense. And so
don't have no running game.
Huh?
That's my problem.
The offense don't have no running game for Seattle. That's their problem.
This is the thing. In previous years, even with Russ, they was a run-first team. They would run the ball 30, 35 times a game. Even if they wasn't having, great success rushing for 200 yards, it was still them turning around, handing the ball off, shortening the game, and let Russ come through at the end.
That's
to a pass-first team now, and running is kind of an afterthought. So they're not putting the same emphasis on running the football, establishing the run, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to say protecting Russ, but not putting Russ in a position where because the more you throw it, the more chance it is for it to get picked off. You know what I'm saying? And so instead of doing that, they need to run the ball, get back to running the ball more like they was. But the fans been yelling for it, the media been yelling for it. Man, put the ball in Russ' hand. Let Russ cook. That's their little thing. Yeah. Let Russ cook. Well, this is what
running up some stuff now. You know what I'm saying? He brought up the food. Time to get right.
He had a bad. He didn't have
getting the bread in the oven. You know what I'm saying? The bread.
Yeah, he didn't have a bad game, but it just don't give him the opportunity to play that play action, which he's real good at doing. To let that be in his back pocket, and that's what I said too. That they putting too much on Russ, and I know he wants to do a thing because it's also Russ too. He has to be the man.
He want to be
one of him.
He want to win an MVP. You know what I'm saying?
He threw for 43 times. Carson.
So you're telling me he acting like James Harden?
Yeah. I like that kid. So I ain't gonna lie. I like that. he said he acting like James Harden. But
I still hear you.
He said he acting like James Harden when he won the ball all the time. But Chris Carson only ran it 13 times. He ran for 65 yards. And I know his long was only 11 yards, but that's almost 5 yards a carry. You know what I'm saying? So, they got to go back. Not all the way back to what they used to be, but they need to lean on that just so Russell Wilson can do his play action and do his thing.
Yeah. All right. So next we got the Rams in Arizona. Come on, bro. Tell us about great Arizona. The NFC West. The beast in the NFC West. Oh, Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins. You know what I'm saying? Talk to us about it.
Their problem is they can't run. They don't got a consistent running game.
In the conversation.
I didn't watch that game either, so I didn't know the outcome. Yeah, so Hop is still hot. I'm shocked that they're cooling down the way they did. They did start off hot, but as much as we can talk about the trade, we know the most valuable player that was in Houston. I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, we can say we missed Hopkins. Yes, we can say it was a bad trade.
Right now,
we ain't talking about
what's wrong with y'all today? Every time somebody brings up, y'all want to go full blown on y'all team, man. We ain't got
okay. To be honest, man, what it is defenses are catching up with Cliff, and now it's time to see if he's going to adjust. You know what I'm saying? Now we kind of see what your offense is. We see what you're trying to do with Murray. Teams are going to go and spy him and take the run away from Murray and force him just to throw. But teams are catching up to his offense and his scheme, and it's on him. He's going to try to find what kind of coach he is, if he's going to be able to adjust and elevate his play calling and his offense.
Okay, before you go, Deron, but I want you to address the fact that here it is, the Rams that you was bashing last week, sits atop the NFC West by themselves right now. And you was sitting up basically calling them trash last week because they lost to the better team.
Who are you talking about?
The Rams. The Rams lost to a better team last week, and you was basically calling them trash.
Salute the Rams. 49 is still last place in the division. That's all I care about. That's all I care about.
You said
the best team. But you said the best team trying to, what I'm saying? Come on, man.
So I said they lost the best team. That's what I said. But I was talking about the Rams because he was saying, oh, man, the Rams ain't nothing, man. They try. Look who they losing to. Man, I ain't worried about the Rams. The Rams ain't nothing. And here they is sitting in first place in the NFC West, where you said that they was going to be at best third place behind Seattle and Arizona.
Hey,
I will say this. The NFC,
49 is still last place in the division.
The division that we consider the best is just not having their best year this year. But, once again, Kyler Murray threw for 40 times for 173 yards. All that, like you said, with the short passes, it's not working. Yeah, it's not working. But I give the Rams this, man. Their defense has been playing better this year. They defense.
I'm laughing at my brother. It always goes back to fantasy football, man.
I know it. You know,
just in case they're watching, I need them to know.
Go ahead,
so
D.
you know, but yeah. With Goff throwing for 300-some plus yards, you know what I'm saying, big plays, and you know, I play, you know, I guess since we talked fantasy cup, that what Arizona is learning is what the Rams learned these last 2 years. Once teams figure out what you do, you got to start doing something different. And what the Rams have been doing, their defense is better, which is good, but they're taking these short plays that people are sitting on, and they're making some big plays out of it, and that's what the Rams are going to have to do. I mean, the Cardinals going to have to do.
Bro, you got something on this game?
I agree with Deron for the most part. Deron and what Dre said, I'm good. I mean, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, my quick little thoughts on this is as I said, I didn't think Arizona was quite ready. Their defense I didn't think was good enough just yet. Don't have a running game. Offensive line is shaky, and in a way, I think that Kyler Murray is kind of getting exposed. Now, some of that I'm gonna put on his head coach because of the system. They run so many, they throw so many bubble screens and screens and all this other, behind the line of scrimmage, where if a team is just able to rally and tackle, you know what I'm saying, which is something that the 49ers couldn't do the first time we met, is rally to the football and make a tackle. You know what I'm saying? Then this is what you get: 43 passes for under 200 yards pass. But when you don't tackle, then he can end up, his stat line can look pretty good, even though he's really not throwing the ball down the field. But it seems like the more that teams is taking away the scrambling and running around for Kyler and forcing him to just straight up throw the ball, you know what I'm saying, then the worse that they looking. And if you think about it, right now, what are they? 5-6, 6-5?
I don't know. I'll find
6-6.
Arizona 6-6?
Yeah.
Okay, so in one of the wins they got by Hail Mary. The one that they threw up in DeAndre Hopkins.
Hail Murray. Murray.
Yeah, Hail Murray. Okay. So one of their wins is off of that. You know what I'm saying? Just throwing it up at the final seconds, and D-Hop, went up and made a great play and came down with it. But I mean, we all know Hail Marys ain't something that you can really live by. So that team really could be 5-7.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing. The Rams is still, a solid team. I don't think that they're a great team neither, because I do think that Jared Goff has his warts. And if you are just able to get pressure on Jared Goff, then that what limits him the most offensively. But tip your cap to the Rams. They sit in the top of the NFC West because San Francisco is so banged up. All right, Philly,
hold on. Let me respond to a couple of things. I think they're gonna win the NFC West because I don't see nobody else stepping up.
Seattle.
Seattle is just. We already talked about how bad they are. Arizona's going down. But we also got to point out we can't put all of that on Kyler Murray because I watched most of their game and there was some serious drops by his wide receivers that stalled some drives. So you can't put all that on him. He has some wide receivers that just, uncharacteristic drops, things of that nature. They didn't really run. They didn't even try to run the ball like they could have and should have. You know what I'm saying? They lacking a running game as well. Drake is, sometime and he up and down. Yeah. But, if they can fix a couple of those things, maybe add a piece or two to the offensive line, I think they can be better.
Yeah, and I
thought they was going to be.
Yeah, I blame that on the coach because Drake only ran it 10 times, but he averaged almost 5 yards a carry. And,
right.
I don't know how bad they was down, but it ended up 28-38. But like you said, somebody said,
They was down pretty well, pretty good early in the game. Then they scored like back to back, like I think it was like 17-0, and then they scored back to back, made it 17-14. Yeah, and then the Rams answered and went to 24. Then they answered and went to, you know what I'm saying? And it was like that until Kyler fumbled the ball, I think in the fourth quarter. They ended up putting them up 38-21.
Right. But if they'd have stuck with the running game like Duron is leading to, when you got to 14-17, you control the clock, you keep Goff off the field. You know what I'm saying? You wear the defense down a little bit, and then you open up the play action pass.
Yeah, let me say this. Just to clarify, hold on. Let me just clarify the score. At halftime, it was 14-7. Now the Rams scored 3 points. In the third quarter. The third quarter, it probably made it 17-7, but the Cardinals scored 7 points to make it in the fourth quarter 14-17. Now the Rams scored 21 points in the fourth quarter. I don't know how, because I didn't watch all of it, but I was watching that other.
How it happened was like you said. So I thought it was 17-0. It was 17-7. Then they scored and made it 14.
Yeah.
The Rams backdoored and answered, made it 24-14. They backdoored and answered, made it 21-14. The Rams backdoored and answered, made it, made it 31-21. Then Kyler Murray fumbled. The Rams
scored again.
38. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it was. It was kind of a offensive explosion in the second half. But Arizona
fourth quarter, 21 points.
Arizona defense couldn't stop the Rams, and once they turned the ball over, it was a wrap.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So Philly, Green Bay. I don't really want to talk about it because my brother gonna go on a tangent about Wentz being a bum.
Hey, wait.
Yeah. Because he did get replaced.
Am I not right?
And I gotta give Philly this, that they had the vision. We all joked them about getting Hurts in the second round, but the boy looked pretty good. Even though, like I said, when you first come in, you're always gonna look good. The NFL is gonna adjust to you. How you react to that is how you really are. But hey, they made a good decision in the second round to get Hurts because Wentz was a bum. Once again,
but I said, Wentz is a bum by attrition because that offensive line is just. But he holds the ball too long too, so it ain't just the offensive line. He holds the ball. He's notorious for holding the ball too long, and for whatever reason, the dude has stopped even trying to take off and loosen the defense up a little bit and gain some yards to keep the drive going.
Yeah, well, I had already said, that his team.
She said,
okay, you paused out, Tony. Go ahead, Tony. You paused out for a second.
Oh, my bad. The sideline lady or whatever had already said Peterson had put in place specifically for Jalen Hurts because he was expecting to put that man in the game. He said, I'm going to give you one more try, Wentz. That didn't work. Hurts come in and put up the only points that they was able to put up the whole game. Now, I agree with Duron. You come in, they ain't really got no film on you. Yeah, you can, strike a spark. But I also want to say the offensive line seemed to play just a little bit better for Hurts. And I got to wonder if the team, offensively especially, is a little tired of Wentz and his antics and his holding the ball too long and his mistakes. Did you see some of them passes that dude threw? Come on. Bum. All right, we can move on.
All right, so we ain't got to talk about Denver, Kansas City, even though it was close.
It was a pretty good. Okay. But it came out how we thought it was gonna be. It was a division game.
We gonna touch on Denver, Kansas City for the simple fact that there was a couple of people on here who were talking about how Kansas City was head and shoulders above everybody else, and they turn
Division
on
game.
and
Division
then
game.
and
I
they hit
still think they are. Ain't nothing changed.
here they
Division
again.
They play their competition.
Struggling with a team that got 3 wins. They number 1 receiver ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? Denver is not a good team at all. And I'm sorry. But
Division.
good teams, great teams, teams head and shoulders above an opponent. You step on their neck, you do it early, especially a championship team. This ain't no young team, trying to learn how to win. This is the defending Super Bowl champions, and you are playing a far lesser opponent, and you struggles with this team all the way until the end of the 4th quarter when you finally get a lead that's halfway decent that you ain't got to worry about losing on a 57-yard field goal. I'm sorry, man.
If Drew Lock played off season, they would have had a better record. They not terrible. It's a decent squad. They got some good veteran defensive players on that one side of the ball. Drew Lock is a decent quarterback. They got Lindsey in the backfield. I'm not gonna sit there and say they some scrubs, but it's a division game, and I like I said last week, the Chiefs play down to their competition. They're not scared. They can be down in the game, and they're going to pull it out like they did. And then they're the Super Bowl champs, so they're going to get everybody's A game.
Don't come with that excuse. Miss me with the excuse about their Super Bowl champs. They're going to get everybody A game. Y'all told me that they could turn it on when they want to turn it on, and they could not turn it on when they wanted to turn it on. Y'all stop that bullcrap, man.
If you watch that game,
right
after Denver scored, and it looked like whoa, because it was like a little back and forth. They didn't score. But when Denver scored and actually took the lead, what they do? They drove down the league and
kicked another field goal. That's what they did. They kicked another field goal.
That was the
5
score.
of them.
That's right.
5 of them.
After they scored, they went up
5 field goals.
They went up 16-12, and Kansas City went down there and kicked another field goal, and the score was 15. The score was 15-16.
5 field goals.
They didn't score a touchdown until the 4th quarter, which made it 22.
It was a third. It was a third quarter when they scored.
Okay.
When they at halftime it was 10-9.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, 10-9.
Uh-huh.
When they hit that field goal, the second field goal in the 3rd quarter, that's when they drove down the field and scored. Nobody scored in the 4th quarter. All right, man. We gonna see when the playoffs get here. When the playoffs get here for the AFC,
thank you.
Y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna be believers.
Well, no, we ain't gonna be no believers because who was in the AFC besides Pittsburgh? Okay, then. So let's go and get on.
Whoa! Y'all just
Yeah. They the best in the conference then. Like we said.
First of all, what was said was that the Browns was on the bubble. Okay. Baltimore has failed what all of our expectations was at the beginning of the year. Okay. So Tennessee is not looking what we all thought that they would possibly be at the end of the year. At least
I don't know.
I'm gonna say me. I'm gonna speak for myself. I ain't gonna speak for nobody else. Tennessee, but like I said, Tennessee for big time opponents and big time games is when they seem to play their best and they show up to win. And then other games, you know what I'm saying, they look like just a run of the mill team. But to me, the AFC is really about 2.5 teams, which I said a couple weeks ago: Pittsburgh, Kansas City, and possibly Tennessee.
I said that a long time ago, week 2, when y'all was talking about all these contenders. I said it was only really 4 or 5 contenders. Ain't changed, and it's just Kansas City.
Great. We didn't say there was a bunch of contenders. We said there was people on the bubble, and you have some people on the bubble. Cleveland is one of those teams I said was on the bubble that y'all laughed at me about.
That's right.
And they sitting here 9-3 right now.
Cleveland,
And they are a threat to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Trust me.
Y'all named 4 or 5 teams as contenders. You go back there. You might have said Cleveland was on the bubble, but y'all named the Titans. Y'all named a bunch of teams.
I'm gonna say this.
Nah, I didn't name a bunch of teams on contenders.
I'm gonna say what I said.
I named a bunch of people that was on the bubble.
And there's teams on the bubble, but to me, and seeing the Steelers, with who they played, they had one real good win. But to me, in that AFC, as Antoine said, who is there? There's nobody to me that really is there except for the Kansas City Chiefs. I don't care who they play, how they play them, that they are the team in the AFC, head and shoulders. Everybody else is right there to them. And it could be that the AFC is not that great, but, Kansas City is the team to beat in the AFC.
But
I got
you said that last week. You said the NFL. It wasn't just the AFC. Number one.
You know what? You're right. Let me check the NFC.
They was basically guaranteed to run through everybody that they played in the AFC.
Someone tell me who's scary in the NFC.
Yeah,
outside
the
of
NFC, the best
in the Packers. Who's scary in the
NFC? The best team in the NFC.
The thing is,
let me say this.
Let me say teams that can beat Kansas City on any given day, from the Rams,
NFC is like this juggernaut. Like, dominant team in the NFC.
Let me tell you, the best team in the NFC is the Saints, and which I always been preaching about the Saints, but everybody else, maybe the Packers 9-3, Rams 8-4. Don't even look at my division. So, Seahawks 8-4, and you said they sorry. So to me, you just proved my point. That Kansas City to me is
the favorite in every game. They're the favorite in every game, even in the NFC.
Hey, look at hold on. Let me say. I don't care about you being a favorite in every game, bro. When the playoffs come, it's a whole nother level. It's a whole different thing. Tennessee didn't look like anything when they hold on, let me finish. Tennessee didn't look like anything last year, but they made it to the championship game. You see what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Don't even go there. I don't care what you do in a regular season. I don't care what you look like in a regular season. When the playoffs come, it's a story. The Saints is a very good team, got a very good defense. And with the way they look today against the Denver Broncos, the Saints, the Rams, the Packers could end up beating Kansas City in the Super Bowl. Cleveland right now, with the way they played today, based on the way Kansas City played against Denver, Cleveland could beat them. No. Cleveland got a running game, they got a decent defense, and they got a pretty good offense. Kansas City defense is not that great, and their offense showed that it can be contained. Like today, it was contained by a lesser Denver Broncos team. You got Cleveland that's sitting up here 9-3, that is a threat to Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh has not shown or proven that they are dominant. They've been winning. They undefeated. But so were the New England Patriots when they lost to the New York Giants, a 9-7 team of the NFC East in the Super Bowl. So don't come to me with that, bruh. I don't care about your regular season and what you look like right now. Playoffs are a totally different game, bruh. You talking about them coming for them? They're going to really come for them in the playoffs, bruh.
Who going to win the MVP?
Skip me with all that. Kansas City this and Kansas City that. Yeah, we don't see.
It don't got nothing to do with the playoff results, man.
Wait. They're beatable, but it's head and shoulders. They're number 1 number 2 in the AFC, but they're 9-1, and the best player in the league is on their team, and he's gonna win the MVP again.
Well, I'm not gonna get into all that right now. I'm
not struggling. He can't be no MVP today.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Just like Tony has shown that how he felt about the Browns is coming true. I'm gonna let it be known, just like how the Kansas Chiefs is gonna come true.
Okay, just make sure keep that energy. Keep that. New England Patriots versus the Chargers.
I don't understand how all of y'all chose this when y'all knew a rookie quarterback was about to face Bill Belichick. If you go back and look at the tape, I was so surprised. I was like, what? What are y'all doing? Y'all gave me a win. Y'all all gave me a win on this one. I don't understand it.
Pump your brakes, stop pounding your chest. They got 2 special teams touchdowns. Cam Newton only threw for 69 yards. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, this was some great performance by the Patriots.
No, but this is a rookie quarterback versus Bill Belichick. I don't even know what the boy did, but I know he didn't do well. I know.
Nah, he didn't have a great game. He didn't have a great game, but neither did the Patriots.
Didn't they win like 40? Did they win 45 to zip though? They won 45 to zip, kid, folks.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, they got 2 special teams touchdowns. That blew the game open. But offensively, they was not good. They was not good offensively. Their quarterback was a train wreck. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever. Okay.
I'm gonna say, yeah. You killed my fantasy again.
Houston Texans versus the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts.
Man.
Come on, Dre.
Man, Dre. I feel
they should have won. They should have won.
Yeah, I'm just.
Yeah, until watch the fumble with the snap.
It was
a bad snap. Yeah, it was a bad snap. But I'm gonna say this, man. Last year Kansas City, that game in the playoffs, that hurt. That did hurt. But this one, y'all might think I'm crazy, but this one actually hurt more because I felt sorry for not only Deshaun, but the whole squad. They fought hard. That defense played the best second half of football they played all year in the second half and held Indianapolis close, pretty much shut them out. The only points they got was on the safety. And gave us opportunities to win that game. And Deshaun was doing what Deshaun do with no Fuller, no Hopkins. Cooks got taken out the game for 3 possessions because they were catching. Then turns around. Deshaun, now you can say all you want to, but your quarterback will never take 2 wide receivers receiving again. Defense.
Bro, let him
I don't want to hear about no injuries. I don't want to hear about who wasn't there. I don't want to hear none of that. My team is done with it. And every time I bring it up, they want to pull out their bodies and talk about they don't want to talk about injuries and they don't care about injuries. I don't want to hear it now. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Don't come to me talking about who wasn't there. I don't want to hear it because all year long, check the tape. Every time I start talking about who wasn't on my team, what you start doing?
Can I finish though? Because what you don't feel and realize is your quarterback didn't perform like Deshaun Watson did, despite all that. No head coach.
Using magnificent fashion by fumbling on the 5-yard line. You right. He didn't perform like that.
Ken Folk, he didn't fumble the ball. The snap was low.
Ball on the 5-yard line.
Come on, it was on the 3-yard line and
that's even worse.
It was the dude snapped it on. It's called. They already named it the Nick Martin fumble game.
I'm gonna say this. They
already named it the Nick Martin.
He touched the ball. He fumbled the ball. Period.
Now it was a bit. Let me say this. That in the same way, New Orleans wasted Chris Paul great years. That's what's happening in Houston right now. I watched the game. I saw the game because like I said, I'm on Red Zone right now, so I'm watching all of the games. And the boy, the last 3 weeks, I said one game. I think I put on the post. Watson has been throwing dimes, and this team is wasting away the talent that they have with that coach giving away Hopkins. Man, if there was somebody like Westbrick with Houston say, man, I need to get up out of here, Watson needs to get up out of Houston as fast as possible because they are wasting a talent.
That's not going to happen.
I'm just saying. I know he just signed a contract, but don't take away. I understand he just signed a contract, but just like they are wasting away a talent on this team, without a doubt.
And that's what I feel bad for, man. The boy played lights out against a defense with scrub practice squad wide receivers that both of them got 100 yards receiving. I don't even know who the hell Chad Henson was. The boy haven't played a football game in 3 years, and he come out there and Deshaun do what Deshaun do. I'm hurt because to get eliminated from the playoffs, and we knew that it wasn't no chance really of them actually doing it. But as a fan, you kind of want to just stay in it just to have something to look forward to every year.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I think you muted out, Dre. But that's what I was about to say. There wasn't no way that the Houston playoffs. We all knew that. But the talent is being wasted, without a doubt. But we knew Houston was not going to make the playoffs.
Well, no. But like I said, just as a fan, you kind of wish week in and week out, you just have something to look forward to. As we know that the schedule, our record going in, but to lose it like that against a team like the Colts and the defense, and Deshaun drove us down there making plays, and the damn center hike it to his shoelace. And then the bad part is he was going to walk it in the end zone. That whole left side was wide open. So that's what hurts as a fan. But now we just looking forward to Eric coming down here, and Eric probably looking to say, "Yo, this boy doing this with this against the Colts. Oh, he gonna have fun." So we look forward to next season. I love the chemistry that he's building. He's getting better and better every week. And like the commentator said, if we were able to find some crazy way before this week to make it to the playoffs, you had to consider this man MVP. He got better numbers now.
Oh my Lord.
Oh my God! Stop, man. You're going too far. You're going too far, dog.
Like the commentator said, dog. Look.
Oh my God.
Let him finish, Antoine. Man, chill out. Let him finish.
That's why he's better than everybody except Miss. Right? Stats wise, better than everybody Mahomes.
Say MVP.
Hey, you know what, Dre? You know what, Dre? If he could have pulled it off, Dre, I'd have been with you, bro. I'd have been with you.
Like the commentator said, the meaning of the most valuable player.
Exactly.
You remove the
man.
And we start off 1-5, and he found some crazy way for us to go 7-2, or what was it? No, it would have been 8-2 the remaining part in the season.
Let's go, Dre. Come on, Dre. Let's go. Come on.
My point of it is,
don't let that man be a fan.
Like I said, wise, he's the second best quarterback in the league. He's playing better than he played any season before, and that's without Hopkins, without Fuller on the score.
Oh my God, he's killing me. Did he say he's the second best quarterback in the league?
I said stats. It's stats.
He is up there. I ain't gonna lie.
Ooh,
Look, he definitely top 5. I gotta agree. If he could have pulled it off, if they could have pulled it off and made it to the playoffs, given that they gave Hopkins away, you fire your coach / GM, your defense has been terrible for the first half of the season, and y'all managed to make it in, I think the dude deserved to be in the conversation. Win it, I don't know. But I think the dude, if he could have done it, I think the dude deserved to be in the conversation because his numbers have been great, especially since they got rid of Bill O'Brien.
Yeah.
And there's no Fuller this week. No Fuller for the rest of the season.
Let's go. Who else left?
Real quick, did Cobb ever come back?
No, he got 2 more weeks on IR.
Yeah, he got to be in the conversation if they would have been able to make the playoffs.
It's just Brandon Cooks.
All right, what's next?
Next week's game, we're going to go on ahead and get on our picks. First game up, it's going to be Thursday night, New England versus the Rams.
Who versus the Rams?
Give me the Rams. Patriots.
Patriots and the Rams.
Good game, though. It's going to be a good game. But give me the Rams.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Rams, too.
Oh, I missed it. What were we doing?
We doing picks. Rams versus Patriots.
Rams.
All right.
What about you, bro?
Yeah. I'm gonna take the Rams, man. New England offense is looking like deep fried goat doo-doo. Next is Houston at Shot Time.
I'm gonna go Texans this week.
You already know I got to.
Yeah, you're right.
We don't win scared of no defense. We just shredded the Colts.
I'm going with the Texans too, man. I can't go with Trubisky. I can't ride with Trubisky, babe.
Yeah, you're right. I want to so bad, but I'm going Houston too.
That means they're gonna lose. We all picking them.
Yeah.
Nah, y'all got it right for Thanksgiving. Even though y'all try to switch
it. Next is Dallas and Cincinnati.
You already know.
My boy's gonna pull it out. My boy's gonna pull it out. So I'm going with the boys.
Oh, now they're your boys?
Man, stop, Tony. Stop, Tony. Don't even act like that. Don't act like that because the camera on.
I don't even want to.
The camera on. I got the hat on there. Don't play with me.
I'm just saying I can't remember the last time you actually chose them since I'm there.
Stop, man. I just lost with them. Man, stop.
Did you?
Yes, I did. Yes,
is everybody going with Dallas?
Oh, you going with Dallas?
Dang, let me think.
Yeah,
you going with Dallas?
Because Burrow hurt, yes.
Yeah, this is probably the first time all season, but I go with the Cowboys.
Now they might really lose for real.
I hope so.
Hater. For no reason.
Kansas City versus Miami.
Who's against Miami?
Head and shoulders.
Oh, come on. I'm sorry. You know what? Dang, that could be an upset of the week right there.
Go ahead. You only won 1 week. Only won 1 week.
Let me come back to that one.
Drake can't
stop it.
Yeah,
Kansas City.
I don't know, bro. You know, prime time.
Stop.
Like y'all said, they play down to their competition. So, you know, Kansas City, Miami might actually have a chance. You know what I'm saying?
That defense is gonna play good. I do give that. Their defense is gonna play good. Everybody been front on Denver defense.
They
Denver
8-4 too,
good, but Miami's better.
They 8-4. So hey, I mean, you know what?
I'm going Miami.
I may change my mind with my brother.
You go write that down, bro.
I got it.
Write that down.
I got it.
I'm going KC for today, but that one I may change my mind on.
Man, you ain't changing mine. Stop playing.
You never know, bro. I just might.
Stop playing.
If Mahomes and Tula beat him,
I just might. They playing in Miami at that?
Y'all giving me wins, man. That's all I'm saying. Y'all giving me wins.
All right, next we got Arizona at the New York Giants.
Ooh, man,
that's a good game.
Now it is, yeah. Who would have said that 3 weeks ago? You know what I'm saying?
For real.
I'm going Giants.
Well,
I'm going Cardinals. I think they on life support, so they're gonna win.
All right, Jay got Cardinals. Who you got, Deron?
I'm going Cardinals too.
Man. Okay, I need a stipulation. If Daniel Jones play, I think I might go with the Giants. I'm gonna pick cards for now.
Your brother, he lost on that one, man.
I know, but the thing is, that's what I don't really trust Colt McCoy to do it 2 weeks in a row. This is one of those situations you ain't seen him, you ain't had no tape on him with this team and this offense. So I don't know if I can trust him to do this 2 weeks in a row. So I'm gonna go Cards right now.
The revenge factor with the Cards and the Giants running too high. They feeling themselves, so they're gonna lose.
All right.
And they don't got enough.
Winning breeds confidence. That defense is playing too well right now.
Who's the corner? Who's the number one corner?
They found the ability to run the football, to take pressure off the quarterback.
Oh, Galvin has been good.
They're not asking too much of him. Arizona is struggling defensively. They struggling offensively. They struggling to protect Kyler Murray.
Merlin. Your defense is
who's the number one corner over there?
I give you that.
I need to know who's the number one corner for the Giants.
It don't much matter.
It do matter because the last couple of weeks they had a good number one corner to help slow down Hopkins. Ramsey, Gilmore with the Patriots. I want to know who the Giants got. If they don't got nobody, the boy going off.
Good point.
Okay.
Good point.
Minnesota, Tampa Bay.
Wait, bro. So you going Giants or what?
Giants.
No, he went.
Yeah, I may change that, man. I just might change that.
You got Giants. You got Jones and Jones play, but
I got
Cards.
He got Arizona with stipulation on Daniel Jones.
That's what I said. He got the Giants if Jones play.
Yeah,
right. But I'm saying I may change that regardless. Okay. I don't know. I got to think on that and yeah, because the Giants are tempting to me right now.
Minnesota, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I gotta go Tampa Bay on this one.
Yeah, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I'm Tampa Bay too.
I'm going Minnesota.
Are you going against the grain like for real this week, bro?
Yeah, he's trying to catch up.
He going against the grain, something serious.
No. Tampa Bay.
That's 3 in a row.
Tampa Bay has struggled stopping the run on defense. Minnesota is great at running the football, and Minnesota showed some heart today with them being down and coming back to win that game in overtime. It wasn't a great opponent that Minnesota played in the Jaguars, but it still showed something. And so that's something I think that they're going to build off of. And I like they 2 outside receivers against Tampa Bay's secondary.
I'm not buying your cookies today.
It shows something, but let the Chiefs do it. That don't show nothing.
Go ahead.
But I will say this. I'm not buying your cookies today because Tampa Bay was on the bye. I think they come back off this bye ready for Minnesota. So I think I'm going to stick with the Bucs today.
Let me just say this real quick, that I will say that, even though I always felt I had the best running back in the league, Dalvin Cook is the best running back in the league right now.
He was better than Henry anyway.
I don't know about that, bro.
Zeke. No, he's the best running back. With passing and running
Zeke
the ball.
was better than Henry and McCaffrey? Wait, you thought Elliott was better than Henry and Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah, we fans, bro. Yeah, we believe in our people.
Yeah. I do think this year right here that Henry is there. I never thought McCaffrey was. I thought he was the best receiving running back in the league. But with Cook, we're running the ball and receiving. He's the all-around best running back in the league right now.
All right, Denver, Carolina.
That's a good game.
Oh,
that's a good game.
I like Carolina. I'm going Carolina. They got something cooking in the future over there.
Yeah, I don't know who their offensive coordinator is, but whoever their offensive coordinator is,
Joe Brady, baby. LSU
coordinator. Yeah, whoever come in as a quarterback, they always seem to do well. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Panthers too.
Christian gonna be back next week, right?
Even though Denver got a good defense, y'all, and I know.
Yeah,
Denver got a good defense.
Their defense better than I thought it was. They showed something. They showed me a little something today.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can still roll with the Panthers against the Denver Broncos though. I always do a crazy pick, go against the grain, so I think this is gonna be my one. I think I'm gonna go Broncos today, next week.
All right, we got Tennessee, Jacksonville.
Hold on, bro. Who's your pick?
I'm going to Carolina.
All right. Who's the next one?
Tennessee, Jacksonville.
Tennessee. They got a revenge factor.
Yeah, I gotta go Titans.
All right, we are going Titans. Indianapolis versus Las Vegas.
That's a good game.
Coach.
The Colts gonna make sure that Waller don't go off. So, man, I ain't going Colts all year.
I don't know, man. The Colts didn't look too great week before last, and they wasn't that hot today against the Texans, even though that is a division game.
I don't trust the Colts, man.
Their defense is not number one to me no more. I don't know if they still rank that on the stat wise, but they got a lot of flaws right now. Although Vegas, had a hard time today.
The Vegas, they seem like they play to their competition too, and I think.
I'm gonna go Vegas.
They should have lost to the Jets.
Yeah, but I'm, like D say, the same way y'all claim Kansas City do. They play to their level of competition. It's the Jets. Come on, it's the worst team in the NFL, so they look past them. That's the way I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna go Las Vegas.
That's a good pick,
Dre,
man.
I got
Dre win Colts. Dre win Colts.
Bro, who you got?
Who you going, Kenfo?
I'm going Colts.
And you always go for the Colts. Man, I think I might roll with you, man.
You going Vegas with me?
Right to run. I'm going Las Vegas.
Are you switching?
Yep.
When I was looking at that game, man, that if you're not a mobile quarterback, they finna tee off on you. Buckner and them boys and that D-line, no joke.
Dang, you're right, Dre. I'm going Colts.
Yeah, dang, man, you messing up
my
sheet.
Hold on. Carr is mobile. What are you talking about? Carr can move in the pocket.
Nah, man. Deshaun had to do some Houdini shit to get away from Buckner and Houston and what's that other boy that came back this week too? Both of the interior D linemen came back. Buckner and that Akua, man. Deshaun was running. Deshaun had to do some stuff to get away, and I don't think Carr can do that.
Dre, you sold me, man. If I lose, man, I'm gonna be upset.
All right, so everybody going Colts but me. All right, well, that's cool. I think I'm still stick with the Raiders on this one.
I know. I might switch. I might switch with you, Ken, folks. I might switch you
because the reason I say that the Raiders for me, the Colts for me has been inconsistent. They've been kind of up and down. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I told you I don't trust Phillip Rivers, to be consistent with it. So he did good today. I expect him to screw up next week.
Let me put it this way, and this might switch you.
You might be right, Tony.
I got a stipulation, and I don't even know because I don't even know the situation. Is Jones gone? Is he out for this week? If they don't have a running game, then the Vegas will win. If that boy Joseph whatever. No. For Vegas, they play with Booker this week.
Oh wait, Jacobs didn't play?
Nah, Donovan Booker played today. I had him on fantasy.
Booker played because I was gonna pick him up too.
Yeah,
he didn't do too great.
Yeah, so you're right. I picked him up on the league too. Oh man,
if the running back for the Vegas, whoever Josh plays, then I'm with them. If he don't play, then I'm not with him.
You know what? I'm gonna take your stipulation because that's a good point. I forgot that dude was out.
All right, next.
The Jets in Seattle.
Jets get their first win. I'm going Jets. I'm sorry. I'm going to go Jets. I'm going Jets.
Can I just say this right now? If anybody picks the Jets, you get 2 wins. Can I put that on there right now? I'm just saying, man. That's a pick, dog. I'm just saying.
No, he's not getting 2 wins off of that because Seattle is suspect.
No,
come on. You can pick them. You can pick them.
I agree. I agree with the run. If the Jets beat Seattle, that should be two points.
Not really, to be honest. And I'm going against myself. But they don't have Burrow.
You don't even need to explain then. If you said that you ain't with it, then forget it.
No, I'm with it. Don't get me wrong. I want my 2 wins. I'm behind drastically. But So who else? Everybody else going to Cincinnati or what?
It's Seattle.
Seattle. They're going to Seattle?
Yeah, Seattle Jets, not Cincinnati Jets. He thought they was playing the Bengals. That's why he said Jets.
That's why I thought he jumped up there so fast. I was like, God dang, that boy.
I did think it was Seattle. I mean Cincinnati. I did think it was Cincinnati. But you know what? I'm going to stick with it.
Dre?
I'm going to stick with it.
I'm going to Seattle, man. I'm going to Seattle.
I'm going to Seattle, man. Green Bay, Detroit. Come on, Deron. Jump in your Detroit bag, baby.
Hey, did Detroit beat them already? Nah, I don't think so. No, they lost in. I'm thinking Minnesota. Nah, Packers. Packers for me.
I may change that Jets later, y'all. Just so y'all know.
It's the division game. Packers gonna win that game.
Yeah, Packers.
Everybody go with Packs?
Yeah. All right. New Orleans and Philly.
That's easy.
I'm gonna go New Orleans. I'm gonna go New Orleans. Their defense is too fierce for me right now.
Breeze is back.
Dre, so that means you go New Orleans?
No, I'm asking. Is Breeze coming back?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
You know, things change when an H-Town boy at quarterback. You know, with Jalen, if Jalen Hurts is starting, you know, gotta ride with my H-Town, but I go New Orleans.
Everybody going New Orleans?
We all going Saints. Atlanta Chargers.
As much as I hate to go against them, and as bad as they look today, I think I may go back to Atlanta.
Yeah, me too.
I think Chargers. They gotta.
Dre, you said Chargers?
No, I think I'm gonna roll with Atlanta.
I know. I'm talking to Dre. I thought he said Chargers.
No, I didn't say nothing because I'm actually gonna go with the Chargers because I think they're gonna play hard for Lynn. I think his job's on the line, so I think they're gonna play and save his job.
No, ATL been ever since they coaching changed, they've been a different whole squad.
So you going to Atlanta?
I'm ATL.
Yeah, I think I'm ATL too. What about you, bro? You still rolling with your Biden crew?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Pittsburgh and Buffalo.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Ooh.
Pittsburgh finally get their first loss. I'm going Buffalo.
Yeah. Hey, wait. Pittsburgh played Tuesday night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody picked Pittsburgh too. Pitt.
I think I'm gonna roll with you, D. I'm gonna roll Bills.
Pittsburgh played Tuesday, then they play Sunday.
Sunday night. Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna catch up to them, man. I might go with the Bills on that. I think all those games moving and all that is going. Yeah.
Are you going with them?
I'm going with the Bills.
Well,
Dre, Dre, you said you was going with Atlanta, right? Versus Chargers?
No, Chargers.
He Chargers.
All right, I'm going Pittsburgh.
Oh, you're the only one.
Baltimore and Cleveland.
Man. Give me
I don't trust Baker. I think I'm Baker like how Tony feel about Phillip Rivers. I kind of feel like Baker. I think Baker finna have a terrible game. Even though Lamar ain't playing like Lamar did last year, I'm gonna go with Baltimore.
Yeah, I think in the division, certain boys just got their number. I think Baltimore got their number because of their defense. So I'm going Baltimore too.
I'm going Brownies.
Hey, Kinfo, you look like you frozen.
Who? Me?
No. Tony.
Oh, well, he left out. He gonna have to come back in.
Okay, we just gotta add him Baltimore and Cleveland. Anybody else?
Yeah. Washington, San Francisco.
Man.
Hey.
Who you got, Kinfo? Going to the Niners?
Bang, bang, nigga.
Jimmy coming back.
Don't worry about all that, nigga. Make your pick. Don't worry about
I gotta know.
Don't worry about what Jimmy doing, man. Nah, we're trying to watch Jimmy, man. We're trying to watch Jimmy, man.
No, I don't care about Jimmy. At least you got a whole playbook to run now. I mean,
hey, that defense, that defense is
man, that
bring
defense,
problems. Washington defense gonna bring problems.
That front seven, Chase.
Connect.
Y'all receivers are coming back though. Debo, Brandon.
Dang, you watching my boy kind of closely, man. I don't like all that, bro.
Stop it.
Nah,
I don't like
man.
all that, bro.
Fantasy.
Man.
Hang, y'all fighting. Both teams fighting for playoffs. Who y'all
Where y'all playing at?
They playing in Arizona, right?
Yeah, we playing in Arizona.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, so y'all not even at home. So I'm gonna go Washington.
Yeah, y'all ain't gonna be. Y'all don't got y'all wives with you, no 10, 11 care through the week.
Yeah, like your coach said, man, you got mental issues.
Who you got, Dre?
He got Washington.
I want to know why y'all Washington.
Okay.
I don't know why y'all didn't go down and play in LA or San Diego or something. Why y'all had to lose a whole state?
Well, it could have been a scheduling conflict.
You still got message for your brother, man?
Yeah, I'm trying to bring them back.
So, Tony, real quick, Baltimore versus who?
Pittsburgh. No. Baltimore versus Cleveland.
Hey, quick question though: is Oakland Stadium is in Santa Clara County?
Nah, the Raiders is in Vegas, bro.
They in Vegas, man.
I'm talking about the Raiders' old stadium. Why y'all couldn't just go to their old stadium?
Nah, because if it's in Santa Clara, that means it's locked down just like everything else. They locked the whole city down.
I didn't know if it's in Santa Clara County. Oh, it's just that county.
Hey, what I missed, man? Because I
missed Cleveland, Baltimore, and Washington Niners.
No, I picked Cleveland, so I got that
Cleveland.
one.
No, we ain't get it. We ain't hear you.
Yeah, we ain't hear you.
Yeah, I said I was going Browns. You was going anyway. I'm going Cleveland. Washington and 49ers.
I know it. We all struggling.
No, we didn't. We ain't all struggling.
Well, me and Dre finally went with Washington because
for now,
so you know the conversation. Just because the Niners not at home and they living in hotels right now, we decided to go with Washington.
And let me give y'all
hold
up, bro. Let me give y'all a fun fact. Since Shanahan has been in San Francisco, it has been 6 games that we didn't play where we stayed away from home for multiple weeks. We are undefeated.
Well, before you was going to say that, I was going to go with the 49ers anyway. So
Niners?
I'm rolling with Niners. Much as that hurt to say.
Too. I might switch that. I ain't gonna lie.
Don't switch, bro. Don't switch.
Nah,
I like you right where you went.
That's a good fact. That's a good fact, though. That's a good fact. That means he have his boy prepared. I like his speech that he gave, talking about keep guys, stay up with guys for their mental health. You know what I'm saying? It looks like he thinks outside the box. He thinks about everything. So I respect that.
All right, fellas. That's gonna be a wrap for next week. So
you know what? Go ahead and put me down for the Niners, man.
Nah. We closed the book on last week, man.
It's before the week. It's before the game.
You got a stipulation. If you got a stipulation, you can do that.
I got you. I got you, Deron.
I'm Niners, man. I'm Niners.
I got you, bro.
Appreciate it, Game Vote.
I'm switching, man. I'm going with the football team.
No, you ain't. No, you ain't.
You for real?
We know better than that.
Man, this nigga, man, I can't. That's bad luck. That's bad luck for my boys, man. This nigga jumping on, trying to pick us like that, dog. That's bad luck, man. I'm going with the football team. We gonna lose.
He lying. You know he gonna switch back before
He gonna switch back. I'm not even changing it. He gonna switch back come Saturday.
I'm gonna switch it right now.
Jump off the wagon, bro.
He gonna do it Sunday. He gonna do it Sunday, Tony. Right before the game.
This nigga ain't
Washington play tomorrow.
And he just jumping on just because of what I said, bro. Jump off, man.
No,
Washington play tomorrow. We'll see.
I just told you.
I see they look like tomorrow.
Your coach.
Niners play tomorrow.
Had a meeting. I listened to what your coach said in the meeting to everybody, and I thought it was the realest thing I heard from a coach in a while. That he covers every single thing to his players. He told other players to look out for one another because of their mental health, because he knew what the coronavirus has been doing to everybody being isolated from family. That's real, man. That's real.
Right. And this information you had when you first picked the football team over my team. You had the same information. Don't act like this just came across your phone in the last 20 seconds. So you jump ship because I told you we've been undefeated when we didn't have to stay multiple weeks away from home.
Let me say this. I've been terrible on switching picks, so I thought I need to make the pick right now because
that's why
on the day of
lost every single time he switched, bro.
No, that's on day of. That's day of. That's day of. But picking on this day, I've been the best on this show. You're on the podcast. I just want to say I've been the best.
Quick question though, DeRon, before we get off this call. Right? 2 days before training camp, your superstar flies to a different city.
All right, man. So I appreciate y'all coming out. Y'all again next week. Don't forget to like, subscribe, like the video. Hey man, get back with us next week, man. Tell your friends by me.